Hi, so my name is Alisa Hentze, and I am a woman of the world. I'm a woman of color who was born in Ghana with a Ukrainian mother and an older sister. And when I was about 5, my mom met my second dad, who is from the Faroe Islands. If you don't know where the Faroe Islands is, it's like the small island between, it's like 18 small islands between Iceland and Norway. And when I was 10, we decided to move to, or they decided, I was really young, so I tagged along, and we moved to the Faroe Islands. And I was with them until I was 19, until I decided to go on a journey to explore. So I took my backpack, my thumb, hitchhiked a little bit around, and went to Iceland and Italy and France and India, and then I ended up in Spain when I was working a little bit. And there I got to discover this school called the Faroe Islands. No, not the Faroe Islands, but I got to discover this school called the Kaospilot. And the Kaospilot is a really interesting school because I was looking for a space where I could practice a lot of you know, project skills in real life, but also be around a lot of international people and learn something new and explore about myself. And this place seemed to just fit everything. So I applied and I was so lucky to get in. And yeah, so right now I'm actually in my 3rd year of the Kaospilot. Soon about to finish. I am in my reflection state, where I'm actually writing my report now. So let me tell you, well, I'll tell you a little bit about the Kaospilot. So there are 4 disciplines that we learn. So we learn leadership, we learn business design, process design, and project design. So there we practice in 3 different ways. One is from the head, where there is theory, and we get lectures coming from different parts of the world, sharing their knowledge and experiences from that. And then of course we have to read books and stuff like that. Then we have the element of the hands, where we have to actually practice the theory and get experience and reflect on how it worked or didn't work and so forth. That's when we go out and work with different clients and partners and collaborate in different projects. And then we have the 3rd part, which is kind of what they call the hidden curriculum. So it's where there's a lot about self-development, your passion, your values, what is that, diving into yourself, seeing the world around you, or like how does that reflect who I am, and all these kind of stuff. And that's what's so beautiful about the Kaospilot, because it creates this beautiful learning space where we go through a 3-year learning journey together. But yeah, so now, as I said, I'm in my 3rd year, and there for our 3rd year, that's where we have about 6 months to create a concept and test out a concept that we want to bring further into the world, possibly. So what I've been doing is I've been working with the Hyper Island School, which is they have many schools, but with the one that's based in Karlskrona in Sweden. We've been exploring and developing the Change Island concept. And it really resonated with me in the beginning, because it's been about, you know, co-creating spaces, like more meaningful spaces where people can connect and learn and so on. And so now I'm actually in this learning space, trying to reflect upon this whole journey and what is it that I've learned, what do I want to bring forward, what are the tools that I've used, actually like connecting to the Kaospilot education and things like that. And it's brought me to find something that I'm really passionate about, and that's about creating spaces for where deep connections can happen, where we can be our authentic selves, and connect beyond hierarchy, beyond the ego, beyond, you know, status of who I am and so on, but actually have like meaningful connections and learn and share from each other. So I've been exploring this kind of space, and that is also something it's very much related to the topic of the month, which is living authentic life, because I think that's one of the questions that's been following my whole life, is how do I live an authentic life, especially being split from different cultures and so on. And yeah, there's a lot of answers to it, to that question. But one of the things that has been like very much connecting to me is that I definitely feel that I am a global citizen of the world, and I have this like global mindset. And what does it mean to be a global citizen or to have a global mindset? And I think it's something about having, you know, the awareness of our world and of the people around us and of nature and of, you know, like everything is connected. Every single thing that you do or choose to do or choose to not do affects everything. And some of the experiences that has helped me to develop this mindset is yeah, through yoga. Of course, yoga is amazing. And, you know, practicing a lot of, yeah, feeling connected to yourself and the world. But there is a practice that I learned from the Kaospilot, which I'm so grateful for, which I'm actually doing right now in this time, is, you know, creating these reflective spaces. So so after every project or every action that you do or something that important that you have to create, because we're living in a complex world and everything is, you know, sometimes it's hard to see the impact while you're in it. It's like creating these reflective spaces where you can kind of step back and just look at what is it, what is the impact that I've actually created? You know, what are the ripple effects that has happened? What are the actions that I've actually done and stepped into? What has that created? And that has given me the awareness of seeing how everything is connected. Every single thing that you decide to do or not do, like, affects each other. And that is so important as a global citizen, to have this awareness of our connection, because we are connected. And, you know, and sometimes we're just like going in this autopilot of life, and we don't realize that what we affect and what we do and what we create. And one of the important of like, it's important to have this awareness of yourself, and at the same time, how do you connect that to, you know, living authentically, right? Because you know, we also have to kind of be connected to our essence of who we are and our core and our grounding self. But at the same time, I also believe that while we are grounded to our authentic selves, we have to be listening and aware of our surroundings, you know, acting from the inside out rather than from the outside in. I mean, like, of course we always probably change between one or the other. But like Carol Sanford said, there's this woman, Carol Sanford, she's amazing. You should check her out but she talks about, you know, having this internal locus of control, where you are grounded and present, and your actions that you do are from your core and from your essence, right? They're from your authentic being. But at the same time, having external consideration, like considering the world around you, what is happening, so you can step into the world and bring who you are just as you are, but in relation to the world around you. So, you know, you still have to listen and still have to be tuned to the world and tuned to yourself at the same time. And then she talks about, rather than, like, a lot of us are often operating from an external locus of control, which is we are constantly thinking, how do I fit into this world? How do I fit into this space? Do they like me? Am I good enough for them? And this, like, we're trying to form ourselves based on the form that already exists, rather than seeing that we are part of the form. We are part of affecting that form. And then if you're having that external locus of control with internal consideration, you're always thinking about kind of from yourself, thinking about, am I okay? Is it good? Do I fit in? Am I the winner? Am I the best? You know, it's very much from like an egoistic kind of perspective. But can we turn it around, right? Can we be our authentic selves but still listen and be part of creating the reality around us, because we are creators of the reality around us. And that is really important, I think, for a global citizen. So yes, I mean, these are like some of the practice that I have like learned in the Kaospilots, for example. So if you want to check out the Kaospilots, you're welcome. Kaospilot, KAOSPILOT.DK, I think, or com DK, yes. So check that out. It's a great school. Otherwise, I would love to talk with you about living authentically. What are your practices of the day? How do you stay connected to yourself? Like, how do you practice being your authentic self, especially in the space where the stakes are high and you enter a culture or a field that you want to be part of, and then you might switch to this external locus of control because of fear and so on. But often, you know, it's better. No, it's like if you do like work from who you are, you actually fit more into that space because that's what you want to be. You want to be yourself. But yeah, what are your practices? I would love to hear that. So connect with me and let's share stories. Also, if you are interested in, you know, how to create these meaningful kind of spaces between diverse people where we can actually bridge to be our authentic selves and be able to then learn from each other, I'd love to hear more about that, because that's the project that I'm taking on forward, or I'm going to be working forward with when I'm done with graduation. So yes, that's me on authentic living and on the global citizen. Yes, I'm checking out on that. Peace.